Welcome, welcome. I'm gonna go ahead and, selenite is a cleansing crystal, so that's why I'm doing this right now. Don't mind me. If you're interested in a live reading, I thought it would be interesting to try to do this on YouTube. Do reading on myself. That's a great idea. All right. Now, I'm not like specifically a medium or like a psychic. I just work within my own spirituality and intuition and energy. All right, so we'll do a reading on myself. What do I want to read about? How about the appeal process and my YouTube monetization? Yeah, let's start there. Rosie isn't a medium. She's a medium well at best. That's funny. Alright. Okay. Nah. There's too many cards. Nah. There we go.
There we go.
These are jumpy today. Oh god, I don't want to knock it over. Ooh, okay, okay, alright. We don't start great, but we're going somewhere great is the immediate energy. Man, jumpy as hell right now. I won't lie, I'm a little nervous doing this on YouTube. It's been a long time. 5 is good. So I'm going to treat this like I would reading someone else. Oh, I already forgot the first step. When I'm reading for somebody else, before I start shuffling, first I do what you saw me do, like take a moment and either out loud or privately say and think certain things to essentially connect to spirit, whether that's, you know, my spirit guides, the client's spirit guides, just the overall energy. I feel like my anxiety is heightened because I do feel a lot of uncertainty about my future regarding the appeals process and everything, YouTube and all of this stuff. So just bear with me. And I've been pulling 7 of Wands in reverse a lot for myself. Okay, perfect. That's awesome. Okay, perfect. Okay. Check them in the chat real quick. So that's actually what I wrote down here to go over the names of the cards. So the 5 card pull I have right now, I'm still going through it. But the pull that I pulled is the Fool in reverse, the 7 of Wands in reverse, the Sun upright, 9 of Cups in reverse, and Queen of Wands upright. So, Hattie, are you trolling me? My handwriting is awful. Chicken scratch to the max. What? Is tarot subjective? My gut reaction to that question is I believe so. Yeah, like I mean, I don't think tarot is set in stone. I think free will is a big factor, and I don't think anything is set in stone. So my tarot cards don't have art on them. I use the territorial deck. I've learned that when I'm working with tarot, interpretation is everything in tarot, yeah. I've learned that I work better with words. And what I mean by that is a lot of people focus on imagery and like talking off the cuff in that way. But as I've learned over time, I will pull the same cards for different people and have very different interpretations. Because sometimes I'll pull a card and a single word will just like pop out of it. And that is kind of what I go off of, or one part of a sentence, or the whole of the sentence. I can imagine images in my head, but I also can like think in like the visual of words as well. Let me get back to this for a second. I do the full explanation and breakdown of the card pulls. Oh, I have PayPal. It's in the description. It's right here. browneyedraose@yahoo.com. Rose with 2 E's. I'm right-handed, but the camera's flipped. You should do a monthly raffle for a free tarot reading on Patreon. That's a fucking brilliant idea, new name. Oh my god. Sorry. Tarot reading perks on Patreon. Oh my gosh. Oh, Brittany, is that you? Okay, let me finish writing up and then I can break my reading down later. Let me just, since I'm here, let me finish this. I appreciate you so much, Brittany. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. Okay. But yeah, raffle sounds like such a good idea. Yeah. I think I might do both. Like I can add it as a perk to one of the higher tiers, and then just have to figure out how I would do the raffle. We'll figure it out. I'll figure out the details, guys. For the paid members over on Patreon, a raffle tarot reading is a great idea. I did actually consider vertical for a hot second, and then I just decided not to. People are just gonna cause more problems, and I've had enough drama for this week, so. Hamlet, it's a whole thing that I'm just not getting into on this live. People making crazy inferences because I'm using a built-in YouTube fucking function, and it was just the whole thing. So yeah, I'm not gonna just abandon my channel because I got demonetized. I love this too much. I might just do a quick overview because honestly, I prefer reading for other people than reading for myself. I find sometimes I struggle to interpret for myself because I'm biased against myself, you know what I mean? So with the Fool in reverse, what I wrote here is lack of direction, careless moves. It's time to make the moves that I've been afraid to do. Blockages have been happening from bad decisions. The new pivots and content directions are meant to be blessing in disguise. Because I feel like, and I think like even before I was demonetized, like that live where I was like unhappy with like how I was acting and I was like kind of just lashing out and not rising above the trolls and meeting them right in hell with them. I feel like that was kind of a part of what this card was signifying for me at least. And that there was just a lot of decisions that I was making hastily. I run into a chronic problem where I want to move quickly, I want to make fast decisions, and I end up just kind of like getting myself into trouble when I do that. And then when I take a step back, when I hone in and focus like I did when I took that break right before the demonetization happened, I sat with myself and I found out a lot of stuff that y'all don't know, or if you do know, you may not know that I know. I processed and grieved all of that privately. When I was initially thinking those things through, I was thinking about how I was going to address it, how I was going to talk about it. And then as time passed, I found new information and realized like, oh, I'm going to say nothing because that's the best solution. Had I not given myself that time to reflect, that would not have been what had happened. So this experience has also just kind of driven me to reconnect with my spirituality and in a way almost like, I don't want to say forced me, but like maybe allowed me to speak out, share this side of myself. Because none of this is new for me. None of this is new, but I've always kept this close to my heart. This new pivot has allowed the space for me to explore this, and I feel like there's been a lot of confirmation from Source and my guides that this is the right move for me. So for the second card, Seven of Wands in reverse, I wrote, perceptions of others has a lot of judgments that are being placed upon me, and that is creating an unbalanced dynamic within myself. I deserve the good I have in life, and demonetization is not a punishment, it's a wake-up call. You guys who are getting your recaps, if I'm like in your top, if you're like in my top 1%, however that's worded, you're in my top 1% of viewers, right? Yeah? Or like 5% or 10%, like that means you spend a lot of time with me. I really appreciate it. You have a really great attitude, Rosee. Most would crumble. I appreciate that. This is just a bump in the road. You're in the top 0.8% too. Hell yeah. So for card 3, this is the Sun upright, which card 3 and 5 are very positive. I think are indicators that like I know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I mean? There's something going on. And I've already kind of done a reading on myself a bit, so I already have a bit of insight on this. But this is just a lot of confirmation. I think there's like 1 or 2 cards here. I think it's the Seven of Wands reversed and the Queen of Wands that are repeats. I wrote here, continue practicing gratitude. Success is coming, and likely not in the time frame that I would prefer. Focus on what you care about, those you care about most. For this card, success is what jumps out here. It just says quite a lot of joy and abundance are headed in your direction. Your energy and confidence is infectious. Shine onto those you care about most. The reason why I would kind of feel like, you know, it may not be the time I prefer, the word that jumps out here is dissatisfaction for the Nine of Cups in reverse. And what I wrote here is I got my dream with YouTube, but not how I expected it to be. Girl, quality for quantity. Sorry. You know, at the end of the day, I've just had to kind of come to peace with that, and it's not going to stop me from my goals. The Queen of Wands in the upright, I wrote high self-awareness, confidence, while discovering life's purpose. I know how to get what I want, stay focused, and good will come my way. So yeah, quality over quantity, 100%. And so there are thoughts and plans and things that I'm processing and things that I'm actively working on that I'm not going to go into further detail since this is a reading about myself, things I'm already aware of and working on because I've also been practicing the spirituality for myself. Like, so I think it was earlier today that I did the reading for myself, and I didn't take notes when I did it, but yeah, we're going to move on now. What I'm expecting to happen, I'm not saying like I'm 100% right, but what I'm expecting to happen is I'm not going to win my appeal, but I'll get remonetized in 90 days based on energy and tension as well as just logistical information, logical information. I mean, do I believe that I should win my appeal? Obviously. But realistically, am I going to? I don't think so. I don't. And I've said that since my first live. I mean, I think the reason I'm not going to win my appeal is like nothing to do with me. I think it's just YouTube. I think this is something that they're doing to protect themselves from the lawsuits they're dealing with. And if they remove that for that period of time, there's always a possibility that I'm wrong and that I will win my appeal. And of course, that's what I want. You know what I mean? That's what I want to happen, but I'm not expecting it. And so if it happens, it'll be a very, very pleasant surprise.
Anyway, I'm gonna grate my ginger now.